Hi, my name is Russ Schmidt, and this video is about soloing in jazz ensemble settings for young pianists. Pianists don't always differentiate between combo playing and big band playing, but if you have an improvised solo in a big band chart, a lot of times the pianist will be competing with backgrounds, and that's a different experience than playing in a combo setting. In this video, I will show you a couple of different approaches that show how orchestrationally the pianist should approach the instrument when soloing on big band charts. It's important for a jazz pianist to think like an orchestrator when they're soloing in the big band. At the start of a solo, it may just be piano-based drums, and the pianist is free to play however he or she wants. But as more backgrounds come in, it's important for the pianist to change how they play so their solo can continue to be heard. I will play a couple of different examples that show how a pianist might play to be heard in those various settings. Let's take a look at a first example showing the way I might begin a solo. This example shows a typical way I might begin a solo. The left hand comping is in a tenor register, and the right hand soloing is more in a soprano register. I'm going to improvise 3 choruses of the blues for you. In the first chorus I improvise, I'm going to play in a way that reinforces the graphic you just saw. So what I did in the first chorus was I played a traditional solo as though I don't have much competition. Maybe I'm just accompanied by bass and drums. But what happens if a lot of backgrounds come in? I'm going to move to a slightly higher register and occasionally play with octaves to sound a little more penetrating. Okay, and then one other thing I could do is I could play in octaves in both hands. That really penetrates really well. A lot of jazz pianists over the years have used this. I've heard Chick Corea use it very effectively. And no matter what the backgrounds are, I can still be heard. So as you heard in the second and third choruses of the blues I improvised, I changed my orchestrational approach to the piano. I changed the way I was improvising so that what I had to offer as a soloist could still be heard over some hypothetical backgrounds being played by brass or saxes or both. These are the orchestrational choices I'm making all the time as an improviser. I'm not just listening to the bass and drums, I'm listening to the backgrounds and thinking how I fit in to the entire chart and yet still can be heard as a soloist. So I hope some of these tips have been helpful to you today as you get to solo with jazz ensembles. I'm Russ Schmidt of the VJC, and I thank you for watching.